Hello and welcome. My name is Michael Jobity, and I'll be hosting this live stream today, as well as a award ceremony on the 7th and 8th of December at the Ealing Picture House Cinema in West London. Welcome to the 5th edition of the Mirror UK Film Awards, powered by the Mirror Company, and founded by our festival director and founder, Jay Manari, who is also an independent writer, producer, and director, member of Directors UK, nominated Filmmaker of the Month in June 2024 by My First Job in Film. The Mirror UK Film Awards, or MUFA, is a British BFI Film Fund-winning film festival listed on the British Council Festival Directory and London-based, focused on showcasing diversity in auteur movies, created despite all the challenges of an indie, low-budget production. Mirror provides a spotlight for underrepresented, emerging, and experienced independent filmmakers through on-site networking events, live stream industry talks, online film courses, and most recently, an independent film fund launched to support the making of more independent short films. If you haven't done so yet, please check out our affordable festival tickets, just £16 for 2 days of screenings and panels, and don't miss the limited Career Pass tickets, which offer exclusive industry access. Subscribe to our art house-focused streaming platform, Stream Auteur, to watch all the officially selected candidates of this edition, and vote for your favorite, which will win the Best Film Audience Award. Let's get the ball rolling with our special guest. Please welcome Douglas DeVore from the United States, shortlisted for experimental short or comedy short with their film, The Future Soon. In this story, The Future Soon, a young boy tries to win over his crush with a robot army and disastrous results. Let's check it out. Love that trailer. I have to say, Douglas, I'm a big fan of anything futuristic. I definitely watched this film multiple times and just want to say it's an amazing film that you put together, but it's such a pleasure to have you on the live stream today. How are you doing? Happy Friday.
Hi, happy Friday. Thank you, Michael. It's a pleasure to be here.
The pleasure is ours. So yeah, in terms of this live stream, we kind of go through a bit of questions in regards to the background of the creation of your film, what the production process was like. So to kick it off, I have a first question for you. Obviously, the special effects were amazing, like from start to finish. I felt like I was immersed in this amazing experience. I felt like I was taken to the future, and I love robots as well. So yeah, maybe you could speak on the work for creating those special effects, what that looked like from a production point of view. It'd be really interesting to learn more.
Sure. So we shot everything green screen, like all the actors were shot in front of green screen. All the effects were done in After Effects and Cinema 4D and Apple Motion. I didn't know how to do a lot of the stuff like 3D and a lot of the compositing until I actually started working on the film. So it was just sort of a fun learning process.
Wow.
Like, now I need to make these robots walk, and like, how do I make them walk? And I have to learn rigging and things like that. So it was just a fun process.
Yeah, I mean, to be able to just upskill yourself, I feel like that's something most people aren't able to do. So congratulations on being able to have that skill set. That's super impressive. And so kind of jumping into the storyline, obviously with the individual having a crush and then going through all this way, like with the burgers and then, creating the robots. In terms of that story, how did that evolve throughout like the filming process, or did you kind of stay true? Were there any things, was there any aspect that changed, like as you started going through it and, hiring the actors and actually filming it? Or yeah, did it kind of remain the same from when you initially started?
I think one big thing that changed, and I pretty much stuck with the song lyrics sort of dictated the story, but I wanted to also build a character arc, and the song left a lot for interpretation as far as making the film. So I wanted to build a character arc that the boy realizes that maybe he's, gone too far, that he's gone on the wrong path, that, you know, maybe he can change. And then at the very end, I wanted to make sure that that character arc was false and that it turns out he had learned nothing and didn't change at all. So I kind of added that in toward the end. I'm like, you know, I don't want him to actually have learned anything. I want the kind of zinger at the end to be like, oh, he learned nothing from this massive experience he just went through. It's just like he makes the same mistake over again. So I thought that was just kind of a fun little change.
Yeah, I love that. And I love that conclusion. That's amazing. So I'll hand it over to Jay. I know he has some questions for you as well.
Hi, Douglas.
Hi,
But first of all, I really enjoyed the short. I think, yeah, it's one of those you tend to rewatch definitely more than once. I think, yeah, as you said, the music sets up the tone really well, and without, you know, spoiling it too much for the audience, it definitely reaches a point where you can identify and then understand where we're going with that. Absolutely amazing. And my question is related obviously to the music composition, how that worked, and also if you want to share a little bit of the budget, you know, challenges and the production making.
Sure. Yeah. So the music was done by a very talented musician named Jonathan Colton. And I had heard this song and I thought, oh, I really want to make a video to this. It's such a great story. I just loved the story and I listened to it over and over. And so I contacted him and asked if I could make a short film about it. And he said, yeah, sure, go ahead. As far as the production, I think there were some really difficult parts. There's a few difficult parts, but one of the hardest parts was we have a big roller skating scene. With like, I don't know, about 20 kids in it roller skating. And so I had to put out a call for people. I had to rent a studio and we put green screen, like this film up everywhere and on the floor so you could roller skate on it. And then had to like call in a bunch of teenagers that could act as high school students. And we had to buy roller skates for all of them. So we had to get their shoe sizes and get them all there at the same time and then put them out in the studio either one or two at a time and have them skate just back and forth in this green screen environment. And we had the camera on a big jib and, you know, we had to do a live green screen to make sure it actually, they were at the right angle to fit into the virtual set that we created. So things like that were definitely a challenge. I think the other big challenge is this took way longer than I thought it would. Just so long. Like I had no idea it would take quite this long. And just to give you an idea of how long it took, in that roller skating scene, my daughter, who is 4, is in there. And then she appears a little bit later as a teenager. So it's like, it was one of those passion projects that I just work on every once in a while and took a long time to make.
So just to understand the timeline for the making, how long did it took in the end?
About a decade. Yeah. About 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
But yeah, it was just, I'd put it down for a year, then, oh, I'm going to work on this again. Or, you know, I'd have some time at the end of the day and pull out the computer for an hour and work on polishing up the robot a little bit. And so I didn't shoot any of the actors until the very end. I just had stand-in actors knowing that this would take a long time. And I had the actual actors were the last thing I shot at the very end. We just shot the actual actors in a couple weekends in front of a green screen.
Nice. And did you do the VFX as well?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And those visual effects are what made it take so darn long.
Yeah. Wow. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Yeah, congratulations. And I love the fact that your daughter, you know, you can see her when she was younger and then towards the end. I feel like that's just a nice thing to have within your family as like, like a gem that you kind of go back to. I think there's a lot of value and that's so nice to see. So I love all the little Easter eggs. I love that. But with that, I think we are towards the end of our live stream here. I just want to give a special thanks to yourself, Douglas. It was a real pleasure getting to meet you and then to hear more about the background behind making such an incredible film. So with that, I just have a couple quick reminders for the audience. So festival passes are available for purchase on the Miraband and Ealing Picture House website. Career passes are limited and available at miraband.com. The red carpet reception is followed by the award ceremony, which will take place at the Ealing Picture House Cinema on the 8th of December, which is Pansexual and Pan-Romantic Pride Day. This is when all the winners will be announced and where the Mayor of Ealing will be presenting the Best UK Short and UK Feature Awards. Starting from the 7th of December, finalist films will be screened and available to stream on our platform for 5 weeks. We have the ability to vote for your favorite, which will win the Best Film Audience Award. How can you vote for your favorite? Well, it's super simple. All you have to do is register on streamauteur.com and click Add to Favorites for the film you want to vote for. So with that, thank you again, Douglas, and to our festival director, Jay, for being on the call today. It was a real pleasure, and I know you've inspired so many aspiring filmmakers who are listening on the live stream today. Thank you so much, Douglas.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a good one. Cheers.